everyone, it's Jackie from the Marengo-Union Library, here to show you how to do our Beehive craft for the second adult craft for August. So in your craft kit, you're going to be getting some black paint, and some gold paint, and a football, which I will put back together again so that you can see. Get a styrofoam football, all right? And you'll be getting some twine and a piece of parchment paper and a piece of cardboard, which you're going to use to cut out a circle to make the entrance to the hive. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to cut your football in half using like a sharp knife, maybe like a serrated knife would be good, like a bread knife. And then, or you can use an X-Acto knife. Okay, so then I have two pieces of football. So I'm going to show you here. The first thing I did was I glued a piece of the, is this gun hot? Yeah, okay. Piece of twine there. And probably maybe about like that, about that height. Oops. Okay, that works. So I can just cut off the extra for now. Okay, let me show that to you, okay? So that's the first thing you're going to do, is to glue like the handle on the top. The next step is you're going to take some twine. You can start wrapping it around the top, like in a circle. So I will show you how we do that. Just do, let's see here, like a little knot here. Oops, this is hot. That's why this craft is really geared towards adults or older teens. You are going to need to have glue and glue sticks at home. I found this project does take takes numerous glue sticks to get it on there. Okay, put this X-Acto knife over here so I don't get hurt. Okay, see, I'm going to wrap it around the top there. All the way around, okay? And then I'm going to keep going all the way around my beehive. And you get to the part here, okay, where this sticks out, you're going to actually go around the outside of that. So it's going to look like this. Okay, can you see that? So when you get to the part where the string, where your twine is, you're going to go on the outside of that. And keep going all the way around, okay? All the way around to get your whole beehive covered in twine, okay? You also want to do is cut a circle from the piece of cardboard. I use this to trace it. Do that, and then I'm gonna cut that around there, or you can use either scissors, or you can use a marker. Now, you can either use black paint if you want, which I've included, or if you want, you can use marker to fill in your go. There was two pieces here. That's why it was so hard to cut. Okay. All right. So I've got my circle now, which I'm going to paint and allow to dry, because we're going to attach this. You know what? I think this might be a little bit big, so I think I'm going to trim it down a little bit. I'll just trim it a little bit. So maybe you want to use like a smaller container. I use the paint cup just to kind of give you a rough idea of how big I want my circle to be. But I'm thinking I probably want it to be a little bit smaller than the diameter of that cup. Then I'm going to take some twine. Let's get this up here. And I'm going to measure 2 pieces of twine. That's going to go on the outside of the entrance to our beehive. Okay, so I've got 1 piece, and I'm going to cut another piece slightly longer than the first piece. Okay, so the smaller the 2 pieces, we're going to glue this on now to our beehive. Which pretend like I painted it, okay. Put that on. There we go. To my beehive, sort of towards the bottom there. Okay, then we're going to use the twine. We're going to start with the smaller piece of twine first and glue that around the edge. So let's see which one's smaller. All right, this one's slightly smaller. So then I'm going to I'll put some glue around the outside of the entrance to my hive. There we go. Okay, so that's around there. Okay, and then I'm going to take the second piece of twine and then do the same thing, except put it around the first piece of twine. Let's see, let me make sure all those edges are down. This will be great when we can start doing crafts in person again, which at this point, as of August 17th, we will be able to meet again in September in person, which will be wonderful to be able to have some time to talk, as well as share the supplies, which will be nice. Okay. So you have to pretend like that's black, which is kind of what I did over here, okay? So then after you've put the door onto your beehive, you're going to take your glue gun and drip glue down the sides of the entrance to your beehive. Okay, you're going to make drips and also make a puddle here too in the front. And this is when you're going to use your gold paint. You could use your gold paint. And you're going to very lightly, when the glue is actually dry, you're going to just go ahead and brush lightly over those drips of glue with your gold paint. So that's why we have parchment paper, because then the glue should come off the parchment paper after the paint is dry. Okay? Now, if you want to add maybe some flowers or something like that, you could, or some bees or something. But there you go. There is your beehive. And in theory, this should be able to just come off. Let's see. Off the parchment paper. Right now my paint is kind of wet, so but that's why the parchment paper is being used, because that way the glue forms a puddle on the bottom of your parchment paper. You paint it, and then when the paint is dry, you can lift the whole thing off the parchment paper and you'll have a look like honey coming out of your beehive. Okay? All right, thank you so much for joining me. And I look forward to seeing you in September in person. This will be wonderful. All right. Behave. All right, thank you. Bye.